Hi, I'm Nina, and I'm here with
Michael Chandler.
Question number 1. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Like I said earlier, but I just got here, so I'm ready to.
You're ready to roll.
Ready to do this thing.
Let's roll into this first question.
Oh.
If the Earth is really rotating, why can't a plane go up in the air, come back down when it's hovering over its intended destination?
Because this experiment was first actually walked out by a man named Bryce Mitchell. He did it, and he found out that the plane or the helicopter will come straight back down.
It will.
Well, I mean, actually, I don't know if that was actually done, but it really is a thought-provoking question. You could say whatever you want about Bryce Mitchell, but it's very thought-provoking.
He thinks a lot.
Because he said, 24 hours or 10 hours, 8 hours, whatever it is, and it comes back on the set. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. You can do it with a drone, too.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, we need to start doing these experiments. I bet because he said that one time, there has to be somebody out there doing this experiment.
They've been doing it this whole time.
Have they?
Yeah.
Has it been done?
Yeah.
Is it on the internet?
Everything's on the internet.
Unless
and guess what? It comes right back down.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I don't know then. I don't know how to explain that one.
Okay, second question. Why do you think when babies are born, it takes them almost a year to start crawling, but when, let's say, a horse pops out, it's walking later that afternoon?
That's a good question.
I got a lot of good questions.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously we are the superior species, and we should be able to get going. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think it's a metaphor for life. I think it's the way God intended it. Mm-hmm. I think it's like, hey, you're going to be completely taken care of. Because I think it's not just about the baby. It's about God reminding the parents of what it's like and how He sees us. So
like babies.
Completely helpless.
Helpless.
Like, God, you just help me, dude. I am completely helpless. Like, I just had a baby daughter, like a week ago.
Congratulations.
Drew.
Yeah.
And no, she ain't crawling. She just started opening her eyes and like making little noises and stuff. So it's like she's completely helpless. Mm-hmm. Like if we don't take care of her, bad things happen. Yeah. So I think it's a good reminder.
CPS.
So yeah, we don't want that.
No, you don't want that. Dude, you're a girl dad.
I'm a girl dad. I'm excited. Shout out to Bustin' with the Boys. I got to get some of that girl dad merch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a girl dad. I love Hap and Ace, my little rambunctious, awesome, studly little boys. But obviously having a girl is going to be different, and I'm excited to be a girl dad.
You're going to be a good girl dad.
I hope so.
I think you're going to go overboard.
I mean, probably. I mean, I've gone overboard with my marriage, my kids, my family means the world to me. So I definitely have a tendency to go overboard. So good luck, Drew.
Dude, this would be fun. That would be so exciting.
Yeah.
Have you ever crashed out before?
What is the definition of crashed out?
Culón.
Oh.
Dímelo.
Culón.
Es culón, ¿sabes por qué es culón? No le pegaron a Diego.
You know what's funny? I think it's like a very nuanced, because I keep asking people, but no one knows what it is. Crashing out is rage quit, but in real life, you just lose your go crazy, and then later on you realize like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have started crying on the internet and then posted it to TikTok for everyone to see.
Yeah, I mean, luckily not that often, but yeah, of course, I'm a human being, man.
You crash out.
Yeah, well, especially, I mean, honestly, the sport of mixed martial arts will do that to you too. There's so much pressure for everybody, and then I think I'm in another subsect of the whole thing where like I really, really take this stuff seriously. Mm-hmm. I live it, and so anytime I'm having, bad practice, bad performance, bad weight cut, bad diet, bad this, bad that, like it's very easy for me to say, go straight to the worst. I'm like, I suck and crash out. But I think that's human nature. We are prone to wander. We're all pretty crazy. So you just gotta in.
Out of our minds.
We are.
Dude, I want to talk to you about that because I saw you were mentioning like how you journal like a 400-page journal, and you said that you have written around 300 pages, and you were basically trying to delve into your shadow self, which is very Jungian of you, and you were trying to understand your shadow self and the monster within, which is very interesting because not a lot of people are willing to do that because it's actually quite scary. Yep. But the minute you understand your shadow self, you're able to balance your actual life and grow as a person. People that don't want to understand their shadow selves will never actually grow as people. But you have to you actually scare the shit out of yourself.
Yeah, and I think it's self-awareness. I think part of it comes with age too. I mean, I've got, a lot of years in the sport now. I've got a wife. I've got 3 children. I've got people depending on me, and the way I show up is very important. So doing the work on myself, two things. Number one, finding out the parts of me that need to be casted away, burnt off. Jordan Peterson calls it dead wood. Like we need to get rid of the dead wood in our lives, because you can either choose to take care of it today, or it will take you by force, take you while you're not aware of it at some point in the future. So take care of those things. And then the second thing was, I realized I became someone that I would have hated when I was younger. And that doesn't mean the person I am now is a bad person, but when I was younger, I used to see people that were confident in themselves, and they carried themselves with zeal, and they were secure in themselves, and they were successful. They had money, and they were under the bright lights, or they were this. It was like it was always met with a certain amount of skepticism, and I think that had a lot to do with the roots that were planted in my upbringing. And I've become that guy now, where I'm on the public platform, and I've been great, successful, and all these cool things, and I'm confident in myself when I walk into a room. I don't think I'm better than anybody at all, but I know the calling on my life. So it was a very good very good exercise, and I'm gonna keep learning, so I don't crash out as much.
Dude, yeah, I don't really crash out, but when I crash out,
It's a big crash.
oh, it's a fire.
It's okay, as long as you come back from the crash, it's all right.
That's a fire. There's a really good quote I love. It's by Carl Jung. A man possessed by his shadow is always standing in his own light and falling into his own traps.
That's good. There's an artist named Akira the Don who does a ton of these really cool spoken word with music things, and he's got a ton of Jordan Peterson stuff on there. And Peterson references Jung a lot, and he's a deep thinker. And I think
It gets a little dark.
yeah, and I think part of me is like, part of becoming the best version of yourself isn't just about becoming the best version of yourself and becoming what you want to be. It's also realizing who you don't want to be. And sometimes you need to be who you don't want to be in order to know who you don't want to be. And once you know how dark it can get, only then and only then can you know how dark it can get. Yeah. And then you can continue to move forward with into the light. So that's a good quote.
Yeah, Peterson talks a lot about how you have to be the monster. Like, you have to be the monster in order to understand that's how to control the monster, how to tame the monster. And I think a lot of people are afraid of becoming the monster.
It is scary. And obviously in the line of work that we're in, I mean, you're going to see me on Saturday night, and I'm going to be trying to hurt Paddy Pimblett badly, right? But if I'm able to harness that and then still lead with love and compassion and empathy in my real life, then that's a lot more noble than somebody who's helpless, somebody who couldn't hurt a soul, you know? So, like he talks about, you have to be dangerous, but then you have to know how to keep that sword sheathed.
You gotta wake up and make your bed every day.
Yeah, well, I don't do that all the time. Not gonna lie, guys. I don't do it all the time. But
it's step one.
Yeah, step one. I know.
Step one.
12 rules for life.
It's literally step one. It's the easiest one. Yep. Okay.
You're gonna make me crash out right now on Fight Week. Ah, dang it! You're right. I'm out of here. I'm going back up to go fix my bed. Hey, sweetie, can you fix our bed in the house?
It's going to be called Michael Crash Out Chandler.
Yeah. Crash Out Fight Week. Great.
Do you know what aura farming is? So it's like, for instance, someone will walk by and drop something on purpose, and then the person behind them will pick it up and be like, oh, you dropped this. And then they'll turn around and they'll be like, huh? Oh, and then they'll sign their autograph on it.
Oh,
and then the person's standing there, and they made it look like they were asking for the other person's autograph. Aura farming.
No, because that was the person that I hated whenever I was younger, and I've tried to not become that person.
So you're not aura farming?
No. If anything, I'm aura diminishing myself half the time. Like,
you got too much aura.
I could be able to
Yeah.
Have a great aura for what I do and how I do it, but I'm just a normal guy, you know.
So you're aura excavating.
I'm aura excavating. I got an aura bulldozer at all times myself.
You aura bulldozer yourself. That's funny. I want to go over your favorite phrases as of late.
Okay.
Strength of schedule.
Strength of schedule. Yeah. And the absence of a strength of schedule
is not the presence of weakness.
That's right. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's yours.
Who said that? God damn. Put that in quotes.
Yes.
No, I mean, when you talk about this fight,
yeah,
you can look at it and say, Paddy Pimblett, Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler has fought the who's who, but just because Paddy Pimblett hasn't doesn't mean he could not rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
So
So the absence of strength of schedule is not the presence of weakness.
It's true.
It's true.
Just because, and that's true in life. Just because you haven't proved it yet doesn't mean that you can't prove
That you won't.
Now, with that being said, he's not going to prove it on Saturday night, but it is a pretty darn good line.
It's very good.
Thank you.
It's very well thought out.
Thank you.
It's very balanced.
Yeah, absence, presence, strength of schedule.
Weakness. No, it's very what you said it the first time I heard you say it. I was like, oh, that's good. But then like, I was like, oh, that's your for the week.
That's good.
It's a good.
I've already said it like 4 times in 5 weeks.
And then today,
Yeah, 5th time.
5th time. The other one is, since you were 14 years old, you've thrown yourself into hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, since I was 14 years old, I've dedicated my life to hand-to-hand combat.
That's a really long time.
It's a long time, and it's, it's not necessarily about the years. It's also about the miles. You look at a guy like, say, Max Holloway or Dustin Poirier. They've been fighting guys in the UFC since they were 18 years old. I was fighting in Bellator for 10 years. Half of my fights, I went out there and starched people in the first round, didn't take any damage, walked out, kissed my wife, collected a paycheck, and we were on to the next one. So the good thing is, even though I might be a little bit older or longer in the tooth, I don't have as many miles on the body as some of these younger guys.
Longer in the tooth?
Longer in the tooth. That's another one.
What is that? I've never heard it.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. I mean, because your teeth don't really get longer as you get older. But
Yeah,
no.
so what does it mean?
I don't know. It just means you're older, smarter, wiser.
Longer in the tooth.
Yeah.
Is it like when
your
your ears, you raise your ears?
Yeah, my ears just keep. Oh, raise your ears when I get a haircut? No, I don't know what it is.
I thought I was talking about your ears.
Yeah, I thought you were a little self-conscious about my ears.
I'm self-conscious about
joking.
my forehead. Don't look at
It's
it.
fine. It's fine.
Don't look at it. What is something about fight camp that you hate doing but you do anyway?
Oh my gosh. I mean, my whole life is predicated on and built upon doing things that I hate, but do them anyway.
Do
I
them
mean,
anyway.
the diet, the calorie deficit, the constant supplementation, the constant making sure I get enough rest, the constant pushing through the barriers and getting outside of my comfort zone. Even though all of those things I kind of hate in the moment, my flesh hates it, but my spirit loves it, because I think we were created for a battle to fight, an adventure to have, and a beauty to win. And if you are not fighting battles,
Where do you come up with this?
on Eldridge, I didn't say that, but like if you're not fighting battles and if you aren't having adventures, I mean, I've been very fortunate and lucky to be able to be doing this for this long, and every day is a constant battle, and somewhere in the battle is some sort of adventure, whether it's a good adventure or a bad adventure, and I've had a lot of bad adventures, but it's just consistently doing the things that you don't want to do. Got to say yes to things that you need to do and not the things that you want to do.
It's a great answer.
That's one of mine too.
Say yes to the things you need to do, not yes to the things you want to do.
You got to do what you need to do, not what you want to do. That's one of the Chandler crests.
The
That
Chandler crest.
My son Hap knows it, and I say part of it, and he repeats it back.
Yeah.
Ace will do it. Drew will do it. Just because she's a little girl.
Yeah, you gotta tell her right now.
There's a little daddy's little
You're
girl.
gonna be doing things you don't want to do.
I actually did. I was FaceTiming with Bree the other day, and what did I say? I said, when Daddy gets home, we're gonna start laying some ground rules, and Bree's like, she's 3 days old. And I'm like, oh yeah, well she's
Start her young.
Exactly. She knew I was joking.
You ever think of like TED Talks, like doing self-motivational TED Talks and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to. I've been asked to do a couple. The timing didn't ever work out in different cities and stuff. But speaking on stages is definitely going to be something I'm going to do after I get done fighting. I'm writing a book right now, so I'll have to.
You're writing a book?
Writing a book. I actually just finished the first draft manuscript of it. So.
Really?
Yeah, so we
Good for
gotta
you.
go through with the editors, and they're gonna rip it apart, and then we'll change a couple things.
Dude, that's huge.
First book published under Gordon Publishing. You know John Gordon, the
I know
author?
Gordon Ryan.
Gordon Ryan, yeah. You know Gordon Ramsay.
I know Gordon Ramsay too.
John Gordon, he's written like 35 books. He's had like 15 New York Times best-selling author. The Energy Bus, The Carpenter, some of these big books. I'm going to be the first book published under his new publishing.
That's awesome.
pretty exciting.
Congratulations. Dude, that's fucking huge. I went to school
cool.
for writing.
That's why you write so much. It's good.
Yeah, well, it was one of my dreams was to write to publish a collection of work. Because I went to school for poetry. It doesn't matter. But that's a big feat. So that's really cool.
It's pretty cool. And it was a really good exercise, because I think we may have already said it, but you don't really, sometimes you don't really know where you're going unless you know where you've been, you know, and to be
There
able
it
to,
is.
like just like I journaled a lot this camp as well, but we focused a lot on the book compared to journaling like I did last camp, but this was such a great exercise to remember who I was when I was growing up, and then high school wrestling and then walking on to Mizzou and then becoming an All-American and then going to Bellator and then winning titles, losing titles, winning titles, losing titles, go to the UFC, like all these different things. And I've learned so many lessons along the way, and it's time to share those with people because I've had no less than 1,000 people tell me I need to write a book. So we're doing
cool. And you did it.
We're doing it.
Congratulations. Your stationary bike hates to see you coming.
It does. We were on it last night, weren't we, boys? We were on it last night. I have dropped 50 gallons of sweat in my little garage in my suffering sanctuary, and it's part of the routine. It's great for the cardio, great for the recovery because I use the Hypermax oxygen. So it does. I don't know. It's probably a love-hate relationship. It likes to be used.
It's like a part of you. I don't know. You ever see like an artist with a paintbrush and it just fits in their hand?
Yeah.
And you're like, that makes sense. And then you hold one. Or like when someone smokes a cigarette, but they're so seasoned. They're like 70 years old smoking a cigarette, but it looks like it belongs in their hand. But that's your stationary bike.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those things. I mean,
it's like a part of you.
Yeah.
But like in a way, will you ever do like what are those cycle races? Would you ever?
I think when I'm done fighting at some point, I will definitely
like Iron Man.
Yeah, probably Ironmans, ultra marathons.
Yeah.
Marathons. Something that's going to keep
Tour
me.
de France.
Yeah, something. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but
that's
definitely
far.
maybe the Tour de Nashville. Like something like that. Where it's like me and a bunch of soccer moms and a couple of guys on the football team.
Dude, you'd crush all of them.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, some kind of competition where I'm still, battle to fight, adventure to have.
Yeah.
Got to keep it going.
Dude, how do you remember all this?
I don't know. Well, I've been thinking about John Eldridge's book since I was in college. So,
what book is it?
It's called Wild at Heart. It's there's actually 2 books. He wrote one called Wild at Heart, and then he and his wife wrote one called Captivating, and they're both about the makeup of the soul of each of the genders or sexes or whatever. So man's is battle to fight, adventure to have, and beauty to win, and it's kind of cool too because as a man, if you want to understand a woman, you can also read the Captivating book to kind of understand women more, and the women can do it with the men. So.
What about all the genders in between?
Well, that's there's.
What book is that?
I don't know. We need to get those books out of schools, though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I agree. I think your fights are extremely exciting. Not that my opinion matters at all, but I don't think people realize, because sometimes people are like, oh, you got to the UFC and your second fight was a title, for a title.
Yep.
They're like, how do you just get here? And people have been in the UFC for so long.
Yep.
And you just get here and you go straight to the title. And I think it's because you're one of the most exciting fighters to watch. You always put on a show. And you always give it, like, my dad hates this phrase, but you always give it 110%. I don't know why he always hates when I say 110%. He hates it. But it's true because it's more than 100. It's beyond. It's like, just when you think like you can't get higher than a 4.0 GPA, there are people like a 4.7. Like, what the f*** are you doing to get a 4.7? But I feel like that's you. And that's why so many people watch you, is because you are the most exciting fight on the card. And you bring that energy and you want to, like, show that for the people. And it's never a boring fight. Like, you go in there and you absolutely lose your fucking mind. But the people love you for it. Yeah. And I think that's like, I don't know, not everyone has that aura.
Yeah, I guess that's an aura.
It's an aura.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very interesting set of circumstances, too. I came into the UFC at just the right time. Khabib retires. Poirier should have got the title shot, but he wanted to fight Conor. Conor was going to fight Poirier, and then it was me and Charles Oliveira, and that's why I got the title shot. Now, I took a ton of flack for that because, like you said, I just came into the UFC, and everybody's like, who's this guy think he is? We don't like him.
It's not like it was your choice.
No, I mean, you know how it is. Like,
but you're not going to say no.
Dana Hunter, these guys run the organization, and they're like, hey, here's your opportunity. I'm like, what am I going to say? No, hey, no, sorry, guys, I haven't earned this yet. I want
the community to respect me. They'll never respect you.
Yeah.
Trust me. They will never respect you.
And it's unfortunate because also, too, going back to like what you say, I am always the most entertaining guy on every card, and that's very easy to hate on, whether you want to call it, jealousy or envy or maybe people just don't like me. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. I'm running my own race, and Saturday night we get to do it again.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
Who is your celebrity look like?
Oh, I don't know. That's a very vain question because you're like, well, hopefully it's a good-looking human. I don't know. I would say I think about fight movies. I directly go to actors, right? And I think about fight movies, and I think
Jackie Chan.
No, the fighter Mark Wahlberg, or like Jake Gyllenhaal in Southpaw.
Oh yeah,
Probably
that's a
one of
good one.
those.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
I look like the laughing hyena with the cross eyes from The Lion King.
Oh, okay, you do. I don't know about
Thank
that. No, I don't think so. I didn't mean you
said
do.
it. You
I
said
didn't.
you
I
do.
didn't say you do. I mean, like it was kind of like you do, huh?
We're gonna play a quick game of Would You Rather.
Okay.
Would you rather wake up with the voice of Sean Strickland or a Scouser accent?
Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland.
Scouser accent's hard.
Yeah, it is really hard. They got the thing.
It's hard. Molly tried to teach it to me. I can't get it.
Gales?
Gales. Is that right?
No.
No?
Gales?
Gales.
No, Gales.
Gales.
Nearly.
Okay.
Girls.
Girls. Ga-
Uh-huh.
Gales. Would you rather lose every memory you've ever had or break your toe every day for the rest of your life?
Memory.
Memory.
Lose all my memories or stub my toe every day for the rest of my life.
Rest of your life.
Oh, I would stub my toe. I can deal with pain.
Yeah.
Really, really well. Even though it is funny, you could hit me with a baseball bat and I can walk right through it. But if I stub my toe, it's probably like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
So it is tough, but I would definitely stub my toe because I got a lot of great memories.
Yeah, the toe.
Toe.
That poor toe, man.
Totally tough.
That poor toe.
Poor toe.
I lost a couple toenails. They don't ever grow. Don't look at my
Okay,
feet.
sorry.
They
You're
don't
wearing
ever,
open toe shoes, so that's
I'm
a
wearing
good
sandals.
sign.
They don't ever grow back the same.
No, yeah. I don't have pinky toenails. I pretty much have like clipped them and ripped them off on purpose. And they
Why?
never really grow back.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know. It's kind of like they were small and insignificant and kind of useless anyway.
So you still ripped them out of your toe?
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, I
that's
think I did it
crazy.
one time and then they never came back.
Well,
So-
yeah, you ripped the whole toe.
Well, and it's safer for my training partners, so I did them a favor. That's what I say.
That's crazy, Mike.
Yeah.
Would you rather be a New York City subway seat or a toilet on an international flight?
Oh. Dang.
Yeah, that's rough, huh?
International flight is like at least 7 hours.
That's domestic. That's New York to
Yeah,
California.
no, you're right.
I'm talking about Perth.
I would go subway. I'd go subway seat. I think
Subway seat?
subway seat because also there'll be. You'd also have a lot of stories to tell too because you see a lot of
Asses.
crazy.
But
No, because the seat they're wearing clothes.
not all of them.
Not all of them, but they're wearing clothes. But then also you'd have a lot of stories to tell because a lot of stuff happens on the New York subway. So you'd be like,
Yeah.
hey, dude, remember today when that guy did that thing?
Yeah.
Whereas you'd be just sitting half the time you wouldn't be using an international flight. You'd be like, dude, this is boring.
Well, you'd be on.
And that too. Exactly.
I like this. I like how you personified the subway seat.
Yeah,
You are a
yeah.
writer at heart.
Yes.
You understood
Would you rather your breath smell like vomit every day for a month or eat one cockroach a day for a week? And it's a live cockroach. It's squiggles.
I'd eat a live cockroach.
You what?
Yeah, that's a good one. Though. I'm gonna use that with my son Hap.
A live
We
cockroach?
play Would You Rather. Yeah, it's like Fear Factor. No big deal.
What
Better
if-
than my breath smelling like vomit.
You just
Everyone
wouldn't
in
talk.
here would be able to smell it
Yeah, but you'd have cockroach breath.
for a month.
Flip your phone challenge. Who is the worst trash talker in the UFC? Real quick. Who is the funniest fighter?
Ooh.
It's pretty funny.
Forget.
It's pretty funny. Who is the best trash talker?
Okay.
Pretty good. Okay. Who in the UFC would you least like to date your sister?
Oh. No, you thought it was gonna be.
Dude, you know he's me commentating?
Yeah,
you see?
no, that's awesome. Yeah, they did that on purpose. That's good. Should be fun.
It'll be fun. Who's the most dangerous striker in the UFC?
Ooh.
Who is the best dressed in the UFC? That's funny.
Was that good? Was that a good look?
God, you know what is so funny?
What?
Patty had the same answer,
Patty did?
but for worst dressed.
Oh, really? But if you're about to say worst dress, I'm gonna put him in that one.
Okay, who's the worst dressed fighter in the UFC? God, that's so funny. Okay, last question. Who's the best hair in the UFC?
Ooh,
He does have good hair.
great hair.
Really good
Great
hair.
hairline. Always looks good.
Yeah, it does. Very clean.
Clean.
But like it has style.
Good style.
Yeah, great style. What's the most unhinged thing you've ever heard about yourself?
I don't know. My favorite, I'll leave you with this though. My favorite quote ever, and I think it sums up like fans sometimes or whatever, is like some guy commented on one of my posts one time and he was like, hey, I like Michael Chandler, but there's just something about him I don't like. I like my fighters a little more questionable. And I thought it was really, really funny. Like some people just aren't going to like you because they think we're these like big, tough gladiator guys and they want us to be more questionable and do bad things. Or like this guy was like, hey, should I bet the house on you? I was like, no. Literally, if you own a house, do not bet the house on me or any sport. But I said no, and like ESPN was like, doesn't look like Michael Chandler is very confident in himself. And I'm like, or if someone asked me to bet the house, no, don't bet the house.
So many people mention that, and it's like they were like, oh yeah, I don't think Chandler's confident. Why would he ever say not to bet on him? And it's like, because why would anyone tell you to bet your entire house?
Yes, and talk is
like,
cheap. Who cares? Like
who gives a
what I say? I could very easily say, yeah, dude, bet the house, bet the farm, bet your grandma's liver. You know,
yeah,
like
God forbid.
yeah, exactly.
I respect it, because you're an honorable man.
I'm just honest.
And you might not make your bet, and you might crash out, but you're a great man.
That's right.
Yeah, you're cool as shit. You got a book coming out, and you're an exciting fighter to watch, and you're gonna shit up.
Saturday
And
night,
your name
baby.
is Michael Chandler.
That's right. See you at the top.
See you at the top. That's my favorite line.